Welcome back to the channel. Okay, here is the deal. We are live. There's a lot. What is going on? Okay, we're live. Okay, very good. I'm glad you're here. Come hang out with me. We got some budgeting to do. I know it's early and I know I didn't announce this, y'all, but guess what? Very good. I'm glad. Y'all pray for me because I did not have time to announce this. I got to get this video filmed because I got to film some other stuff and I don't have time to edit this. Okay. So we're going to be talking budgets, right? We're going to be talking November budget. And honestly, let's talk about as well, not, oh shoot, I didn't even get my budget sheet up. What is wrong with me? Y'all don't answer that in the comments. Don't answer that. It's I'm doing 15 things. I had initially planned to have it up, but I forgot. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all chime in and let me know where y'all are watching me from. Hey, YouTube folks. Hey, YouTube. I see y'all. November. Okay. I got it now. We good. I got it. We straight. So, one of the things we don't want to do is we do not want to get caught up in these shenanigans. Y'all, Black Friday is coming, and I understand that Black Friday will be here on Friday. But here's the thing. Red Monday gonna be here when your credit card is overspent. You're gonna be in the red, right? Oh no. We staying in the black. So if you have planned for Black Friday and you have saved for Black Friday, or you've given yourself a budget for Black Friday, live your best Black Friday life and buy all the things. If for some reason you have not and you're planning to go out here and cut the monkey and act a fool, that is not recommended. 0 out of 10 do not recommend. It is high time that we get control over our spending, and that's me included, right? Remember, the Lord told me I couldn't buy nothing else on Amazon, so don't act like he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to me. It's same as he was talking to y'all. So I got some budgeting. Let's talk about some stuff. Hey, ma'am, how are you? From Kansas City. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Let's have some coffee together. Okay. So I've got my budget sheet out. It's the 23rd. Is it the 23rd? Y'all tell me, because I don't know. Yesterday, yes, it's the 23rd. So that means that any one mom income that was going to come in has come in. And so I'm going to be budgeting for that. And then I got a child support payment. So my final child support payment for the month of November came through. And I am going to be budgeting for that. Hey, from Houston. Good to see you. I was supposed to be coming out to Houston in October, and actually that got pushed back. So I will be in Houston in July, I think is when I'm supposed to come out now for a conference. So I'm so glad that you're here joining me, but we need to talk about these finances, right? So I got a couple of payments that came in. One was from Facebook. One was from YouTube. So I'm at the point now where YouTube is now my primary. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, that's the time the conference is. I'll be doggone. Well, I'm gonna do my best to try to stay as cool as I can. So, yeah. Good morning. Hey, ma'am. Hey, now. Going to the post office with your thing today. Yes, I am doing it today. Hey, from Branson. Hey, good to see everybody. I'm glad you guys are here. Okay. So I have some YouTube money. Hey, y'all. Oh, I'm so thankful for those of you who think the encouragement is encouraging, right? Hey, little lady, good to see you, because not everybody thinks what I do is encouraging. But for those of you who do accept the encouragement, I'm very thankful to have you in my corner and supporting the work that we do over here. We've been through it all. We've run the gamut of it all. I've had a little, I've had a lot. Paul says I've learned to be content whatever season I'm in. And so we are in a season where we're not stretching pennies, if that makes any sense. We're being very careful. We're being mindful. We're being good stewards. But we are entering into, excuse me, y'all, only when I do these filming things, I can edit that out. We're entering into a season of wealth building, right? We have come out of the debt. We've come out of, paying minimum payments. We've done all of that. We're now moving into wealth building. 2024 for myself and my family will be about wealth building. I know that very significantly and for sure that is God's plan for us on this side. So I do pray that that's where you are. And if you're not, listen, we all just going to get there, right? As best as we can. So don't feel a type of way. It took me 10 years before I could sink my first sinking fund. When I started budgeting, it took me 10 years before I could sink the first sinking fund. So it's not like I've been over here doing this forever. Jackson is 14. So I've been doing what I'm doing now for the last 14 years, right? I mean, the last 4 years. But it took me the first 10 years just to get the budget straight and to stick to the budget and get to the point where I could actually put a little bit aside for sinking funds. So here is what we're going to be dealing with. I'm going to share with you my sheet so that we can see exactly what we're dealing with for this final week. And the reason I said the final week is because next week, even though we do have a few days in, next week for November, Friday is December 1st. And so with all of that being said, I wanted to make sure that I just wrapped up this week very completely. Okay, I'm trying to decide. Oh, I didn't update this. So you'll get a live update from Shakema. Okay, very good. We're going to share this tab. And there we go. All right, so thus far for monthly payroll deposit was $6,014.86. Now remember, this was the month. Do I have a relaxer? I do. I went today and got my hair done. When I'm in the in-between stage, when it's really curly, but it's not long and it's not short either, I don't love that stage. So I typically will do a relaxer at the in-between stage. When it's really long, I will keep it relaxed. Now I'm team relaxer. Some people are just team natural. That's not my testimony. I have too much hair and it's too thick for all that. When you're doing 3 and 4 hours with hair detanglement, that is not, I don't have that. Thank you. I think she did such a great job this time with it. And the girl who colors my hair is not the one who relaxed it. My normal girl relaxed it, but she will not color my hair. So I have to go to somebody else to get my hair colored. She does not love it. But what the relaxer did was it actually toned it down. So now it looks more platinum than it does that brassy, yellowy blonde, which I do like. So I'm okay with it. Thank you so much. I appreciate. So my payroll deposit, which is twice what I normally bring in, is because we get our supplement. We get 1/2 of our supplement in October. My school year, my calendar year starts in October. And I go from October until May. That's the months I get paid. I do not get paid in June. I do not get paid in July. So we get a supplement, an annual supplement that's broken down in 2 parts. Part of it comes in October, the first half, and then the other half comes in April. And so that's how that number looks extremely more than what it normally does. It's always going to be bigger in October and in April. In addition to that, we got a raise, which was $310. So that was included. But then we got back pay from August and September of the raise amount, which for me was like $620. So that went into there. So that's why that number seems unusually inflated when it normally would not be that high. It's about half that. Child support thus far was $791.54. I did get a payment yesterday. So I'm going to put in my note. Well, I didn't even do notes. I think I must have deleted my notes for some reason. So let me see if I can calculate this because I'm using my phone to watch the comments. 54. I got a deposit of $136.56. So that's going to make that $928.10. Okay. So the deposit yesterday was $136.56. That's still about $9.90 off. But that's okay. It's all good. I did an owner's draw from that was from last month's YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Where we paid some bills, right? So I did an owner's draw, put that in. Then we had a travel reimbursement check of $59.50. That was from October the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd when I went on a business work trip. And then I had my wellness benefits that came in from my exam was $350. So much. This is where I tend to get a little bit overwhelmed. And I'm not an overwhelmed person. But when I have way more money coming in than I'm used to budgeting, I have to make sure that I keep on top of it, because if not, it will just stress my brain out and I'll become so overly consumed with, oh my God, so much is coming in. That's why for me, it makes sense to just continue to keep up on the budget. Now, with that being said, I had expenses. And 2024 is coming faster than any of us wanted to, but it's coming. So let me jump over to this week of expenses because I need to write in some things. So today is Wednesday. This money came in on Tuesday. Oh, I didn't even put, I have to do a different budget sheet for my YouTube money, but I will share with you what I purchased with it, because I didn't even put that in. I'm only putting in child support money on this. So I did my tithe, which, okay, let me go out of this for a second. Let me stop sharing. Okay, let me come back over here. I'm back. So for all y'all that's taking notes, because I'm not going to put this on this specific sheet. It's going to go on another sheet. I got from YouTube. So for all of you who are watching videos, thank you so much for watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos. I got $501.03, which was up from the $3.99 that I got last month. Now, my views are down still. My income is still down, but it's getting ready to be the winter season, right? People go in the house and traditionally spend a lot of the holiday season inside, and in all the cold months inside. We usually do our very best around December, January with YouTube income. But I'm still praying and asking God to help me increase that income. So $501.03 came from YouTube. From Facebook, and we had some issues, I got $8.20. That might have been from Stars. I can't remember what that was from. And then I got $88.04. Now, last time I got income, it was over $600. But remember, we had some hiccups there. And so from Facebook, I got $96.64, which was a dramatic decrease in all the things. So what I did to make up for that lost income for this month, all of our privileges have been reinstated. So we are earning income. It's very slow, but that's okay. Praise God. Whatever comes in, right? I've told y'all before, we prayed for 7 streams of income. We have 4 solid. We have, sometimes it's 5, but here's the thing. Sometimes they flow in very fast. Sometimes they flow in very slow. But it is what it is. You take it for what it is, and you thank the Lord that something came in. Thank you so much. But because of the fact that we knew our earning potential was going to be hindered this month, I decided to take the majority of my supplement and go ahead and fund all of my sinking funds for 2 months. So I don't have to even fund sinking funds until January. I've already sank all the funds for November and December when I got my supplement. So I did that at the beginning of the month instead of right now. Around this time is when I would normally be doing it, but I knew that income was going to be limited. And so I didn't want to wait and see if anything was going to come in. I just took my upfront money that I made at my job and sank funds for November and December. So I don't have sinking funds again until January. Even that throws my mind off because I'm always used to doing sinking funds, right? Okay. So with that money, I'm just going to tell you what I did. So that gave me a total of $597.67 as far as one mom income. $60 went to tithe. I tithe $60. That's 10%. $30 went to a ministry that we support, a separate ministry outside of our ministry. The Lord spoke to me in January. No, he spoke to me in February. He said, I want you to increase your giving by 15%, your base giving. So from 10% to 15. That was a step of faith for me because I couldn't figure out how I was going to do that. Now, I always give that much off of my, I always take that much out of my social incomes, but never my paycheck. I was always like, Lord, I'm struggling over here trying to make it, these ends meet. And God was like, do you trust me? So I trust the Lord. So $30 went to that ministry. 15%, another 15% goes into my tax fund because I have to pay taxes on all social medias at the end of the year. So $90 transferred into my tax fund, which I've collected. I've saved over $3,000 for tax purposes. Out of that social money, that left $417.67, which then got transferred into the business account. So I transferred yesterday $417.67 into the business account to take care of any business expenses that come up. Now, going back to this budget sheet, because that's not on this sheet anymore. I've separated out my business from my personal. Okay. So it'll make sense now what I'm saying. So for the child support that came in, I put $14 to my regular church, and then we did $7 to the other ministry that we support. That left me with $115.56. Now, traditionally, that would have gone in my savings account. However, Gwen is having her surgery. Gwen is at the surgery center right now. Dropped her off this morning. Jackson and I dropped his baby off at the surgery center. So that $115.56 is what we allocated for her surgery. That will not cover the total surgery, but that will cover the majority. We didn't do our vet. We went to like just a surgery place because the vet was going to be like between $250 and $400. And that was just $250 and $400. And then she had a baby tooth that she needed to have removed. So they were going to add on to that, which can be very expensive. So this surgery center is going to do her surgery plus remove the baby tooth for a third of that price, which at this point of the budget, I could not afford to not do, right? Okay, now I'm just going to run us through these numbers, and then we got to figure out where I've made some errors. Okay, so monthly budget, $6,014.86. Kids deposits, $928.10. Owner's draw was a $765. Traveling reimbursement, $59.50. And then I did that was my wellness benefit, which was $350. So I went to the doctor. I had my yearly exam done, and I had some blood work done. So my insurance, I have hospital confinement, I have cancer policy. These are supplemental benefits or supplemental insurances. I have short-term disability and one more thing. So when you go and get your preventative care, they'll give you what's called a wellness benefit just for taking care of your wellness or making sure you stay healthy. Everything that has gone out thus far, we did $1,000 for our mortgage. Our mortgage is $892, but the Lord spoke to me in January. He said, you're already used to paying $976, so just go ahead and bump that to $1,000. $107.30 will go towards your principal, and every year you'll be paying like one extra and a half payments or something of that nature. $90 for Jackson and my cell phone. I had a window repair that I had to pay for. It was like $286. I had like $186 in my sinking fund. So I pulled out an extra $100 to pay for a window. Jackson had a stress fracture in his bedroom window, and we got that taken care of. For Mr. Jerome, lawn care, he's not coming to cut the grass, but for future lawn projects, $240. Recycling, renewals, all that times 2 was $112. It's normally $56. I did not put anything in the Roth this time because I wanted to make sure I could cover everything else. Amazon Prime, I made an Amazon purchase, my one and only purchase. Well, actually, that's not true. I had to replace the nativity scene that I usually keep on the wall because when we painted, we took it down and I wanted it back. So I did purchase something from Amazon. It was $9. But $23 from Amazon. My PureFlix, I sank those funds, but did I sink the funds? $22. Why does that say? I don't know why it says $81.99. Huh. And I didn't put a note there. Okay, I have to figure that part out. I sank it. It's $11. PureFlix renews. It doesn't renew. Oh, I know what that was. So my Hallmark Movie Now, which I have another subscription, that renewed at $59.99. So I just put it in this PureFlix box. I'm like, what is that, Shakema? Okay. Health Wage Gym. My gym did increase this month. Last month, they said it was going to increase to $29. It did not. It increased this month. Jackson's Gym so far has only come out for $21. There probably should be one more gym payment that's coming out within the next few days. Okay. Taxes. I think that needs to go on my other sheet. So $90 did go into taxes, but that's going to be noted on another sheet. $50 for Jackson's high school fund, $40 for the new camera, which is 2 months of sinking funds, so November, December. My groceries did not change. $300 for groceries. Sinking funds for the summer was $100. $50 was for preps, and then for Friendsgiving, entertainment-ish, that was like $200. Moving down, I got Jackson's haircut money, the P.O. box for 2 months, clothing. Why did I spend money on clothes? There's a reason. Can't remember what it was, but I had to buy something, and I don't remember what it was. It'll come to me. Okay, my supplement, I pay for that using a separate card. I use a benefits card for that, and I'll tell you something about that in a second. But I went to the dentist in October. Now, I had used all of my benefits as far as getting my teeth done. So this cleaning, I went to get my teeth cleaned. I had to self-pay because I had used all my benefits. Well, I just got something in the mail that said they paid for it. So I called them on Tuesday and asked them, did my insurance pay, and are they going to refund me my money? Because the insurance said they paid everything except $5. So I paid like $120 some dollars, $28, something like that, using my benefits card. And so if the insurance paid, I don't want to double pay. Now, what they're traditionally used to doing is they'll put it as a credit in my account. I don't need a credit to my account because my insurance pays for my 2 teeth cleanings for the year. So I don't need no credits. I need a refund. Just go ahead and send me my money right on back and quit playing. But they did not return my call. I will call again if they don't return my call next week. Vacation. That was all for 2 months of vacation plus $20 extra. So $120. Jackson's savings. Now for Jackson, for his savings, that November money and December money now become his Christmas fund. So this is Alana. Y'all better come get your girl. Get your internet niece because she be doing a lot. Alana makes her own money. So she was so excited when she was able to buy her own Christmas gifts. I traditionally had given them money in November and December for their Christmas list, their little friends and cousins and all the things. When Alana got her own job and she was able to save up her own Christmas money, she did not take any more money from mom, but she was determined that Jackson was going to buy his own Christmas presents. She like his little parents or whatever. But what ends up happening is I took that money and put it into his savings account. I don't like to commingle money. So this past week, Monday, I believe it was, we went to the bank and we got Jackson it's called a Cash Points Global account that has a debit card attached to it, but he can only spend what's in that account. He can't overdraw. It works just like if there's no money in it, he can't make any purchases. So that's strictly for his Christmas money, and we're waiting for his card to come. The other thing, and the reason why I did that, is he plays sports, and sometimes if they are at an away game, they may stop for somewhere and get a food or something. And sometimes I don't always have cash on me. I'm not giving him my debit card to buy nothing. And I don't want him to have to borrow money from a coach or a friend, because then I got to pay people back. And I just didn't want to have that this next year, because I was concerned with that this year. They didn't do a lot of stopping because they had a lot of late games. But if that presents itself again, he'll have something. I put a little something in there just to keep him afloat. He'll have something that he can just put out and do his debit card, because he's getting older. He's going to be 15 on his birthday. They know how to manage money. And so we've got to start practicing. One of the biggest injustices we do to our children is we wait until they're grown to teach them how to manage money. I don't care if it's $5 from their allowance, it's a summer grass cutting money, wherever if it's birthday money. My kids have managed birthday money every birthday since they was getting birthday money. So we're teaching them how to go in and manage what they get, the little bit that they get, right? So let's do that. Let's be good stewards over our children and help them manage these few little coins. Okay. Getting off that soapbox. Okay. So for the dogs, they had to have flea treatment, heartworm treatment. Somebody had to have food. And then for going surgery, that puts us at $235.56. Probably going to be just a little bit more, slightly higher than that. For gas this month, I did $200. Oil changes for 2 months, I put $40 in. For my maintenance on cars, that was $32. That's for 2 months. License registration and my car insurance, that was for 2 months. So I put $184 in. $80 is what sister got for her car placement money. I think I owe sister. She gets 9 more $20 bills. That's $180. Y'all help me. Yes, it is, because I am so done with sister in this car. But I promised her, right? I made that commitment to her. She didn't ask me. Her dad didn't force me, because he did twice what I'm doing. He did a little more than that. Praise God for that. But what I'm going to do is keep my end of the deal. And if I get it sooner, I'll go ahead and give it to her. But I've just been putting in her little savings account, because her car is already paid for now. But I still wanted to keep that commitment, because I committed that. So far for tithes, I've done $1,145. For my extra ministry is $575. For blow money or just random things I needed was $309.38. And then for baby step number 3, $1,287.46. Christmas money, we took out that from the supplement money. I don't do a Christmas sinking fund ahead. I just do it when I get my supplement. I take that money out and chunk it into that account. So that was $1,000. That put us right at $7,886.39, which leaves us with $231.07, which is not correct, because I don't have that much left in there. I got my hair done today, so I'll put hair done money in there. We go back to hair money. That'll be somewhere up here. Okay, my hair was $80. So that should probably put us back to about ish. Oh, I did the Amazon thing for the nativity scene. This is what I got to put back into the little house that's on the wall. So that cost me $10. So I'm just going to say $11 for Amazon, which is what that cost me about. And then I'm going to be good on that. That was Amazon, was about $11. Okay. Now that puts us back at about $140. A little bit of that, of course, will go to make up for what I need to do for the dog. And I always like to keep just a tiny little bit in that account in case I forgot something. Like Jackson's Gym, $21 more has to come out of that for Jackson's Gym. What else needs to happen from there? There may be one or two other things that I just randomly forgot. I have grocery money for this week. I have gas money for this week, but we are straight. So that is the budget that's the budget recap for the end of November. Like I said, for my YouTube money, Facebook money that came in, I did not have any book sales this month so far, and I did not have any Amazon affiliate money come in. I had a business sponsorship come in. It wasn't a ton of money, but it was something. So that already went over. And then I have one more, and I have to film that video today. And once I submit that, that'll be a little extra to the business account because I had a sponsorship deal. So again, $417.67 went to the business account. That was less giving, tithe and offering, and taxes. So I did my taxes there. So I wish I knew how to teach my children financial discipline. Well, so here's the thing. I'm so glad you put that question up. I meant that comment up there, Miss Nilda. Listen to Shakema and anybody else listening. And please do like the video, y'all. It does help me. It helps liking the video or unliking it. I don't like it when you don't like it, but if you don't want to like it, that's fine. But it still pushes us out into the algorithm. I know that Homesteading with a Purpose said, look what popped up in my feed today, which was a really older video. But because people like and share, it pushes out any videos that I do and they go into the algorithm, right? And so what we're trying to do, we are doing Vlogmas. We're doing the 12 days of Vlogmas. And we're going to be trying to film more videos, but they're going to be shorter. So I know y'all like the long videos. Grace and mercy is what I need at this time because I don't have a lot of time for the editing piece, y'all. So short. Thank you so much. I appreciate. So back to Miss Nilda. She says, I wish I knew how to teach my children financial discipline. Here's the thing. My children learn financial discipline because I made them learn it. It wasn't something that they wanted to do. I set the standard in my house. Parents set the tone. Whatever tone that is, it's yours to set. And I had to become disciplined in my spending, in my management of money. I am a spender, right? If you go back to Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace, you have a saver and a spender. I can swipe with like nobody. Ooh, swipe. Ooh, honey, I just got this hair done. I got hair swiping. I got hair done swiping. I got, she is fly swiping. I got, my kids is grown. Let me swipe. I can swipe with the best of them. But what I have had to do is incline my ear to the Lord about my finances. 24 for us in this house and outside of this house, my older children and my son-in-law as well, is about wealth building. So I have to discipline myself to bring the swiping down. And I have to say, okay, this much came in. My priorities is always making sure I take care of God's house. Here's what people don't understand, because I get a lot of people say, well, don't forget to give to other people. I give to other people. I give more stuff than most people I know. But if I don't directly give it, as long as I'm giving into the work of the ministry, my tithe and my offering, I trust those ministries to then take those funds and disseminate them to the people who need it. Does that make sense? Right. Okay. So my priority is always given to God's house. He says, bring it to the storehouse that there might be meat in my house, and see if I will not open up the windows of heaven. Y'all, I got so many testimonies about the windows of heaven. I can't even share it on this platform because I'm going to have to get up and run. Okay. So I do that. Then I hone myself together and I say, Shakema, this is your limit. I want to enjoy some of my money and I want my children to enjoy some of their money, but they must save 40 to 50% of everything they get. Jesus gets a dime. 40 to 50% gets in their savings for a rainy day. They don't have no bills. So I'm not telling them, okay, work around your bills, then save 40%. I pay all the bills. So they ain't got no bills. So hey, ma'am, thank you so much. So I force them, for lack of a better term, because I'm just telling you what I do, to save a minimum of 40 to 50%. So that gives them 40 to 50% to spend. They can still spend. They can still spend, but they can't spend it all because a rainy day might come or somebody might be in need and they would take those funds and say, you know what, I was going to buy me this thing or whatever, but my, a friend, my sister, my sibling, whatever, my cousin, my coworker needed something. So let me be a blessing. So I set the tone for what happens with my children. That's my responsibility. All of us who are believers, listen to Shakema real carefully. We're going to have to stand before the Lord and give an account of everything we did, every idle word we said, how we raised our kids, how we used our funds, all the things. And I just believe that. You may not believe that. I believe that. So when I'm preparing to hear, well done, thou good and faithful, because that's what God's going to say over me. I have determined whatever I got to do, He's going to say it over Shakema. Then I have to be a good steward over these kids and help them. Here's the other thing. There are so many families, and there is nothing wrong with this. If this is your family, I am not talking about, I'm only giving you my experience. There's so many adult children whose parents are still paying their bills. I was watching a TikTok yesterday, just happened to be scrolling through. This lady had 5 kids. Her parents were helping her and her husband. I get it. They was in a tight, helping her and her husband pay their bills. She was pregnant again. And she's like, I'm so afraid to tell my mother because then she don't want to, my parents not going to want to help me no more. If we teach our children now financial literacy, we will not be paying their mortgages later. Now, that's barring any type of catastrophe, something, illness, some kind of sudden sickness, whatever that case is. None of that. Hey, ma'am, I'm doing very well. I hope you are. None of that, because those things happen. But what I'm saying is, if we teach our children positive financial literacy right now, we're not going to be, anyway, I don't want to have to share spaces with my adult children. Could I live with my kids if I needed to? Absolutely. Any one of them would take me. But I want to be on my own, and I want them to be on their own. And so I'm going to teach them the skills that they need now so that when they want to move out, they can move out. That's on them. Jackson, I'm saving for Jackson right now because Jackson's either going to take his money and buy a vehicle, or he's going to put it towards his college, or he may even put it towards a down payment on a house. Thank you so much. I'm loving it. I love it, love it, love it. He's going to put it towards a down payment on a home. That's my responsibility as his parent. His dad sends the money. Whatever we don't use as far as bills or his immediate needs, I save some of that for him. And then we just do it that way. But can I ask you this? Can I ask you to pray about it? Because some of us need to pray and fast and all the things. Can I ask you to pray about your finances for 2024? Can you really go before the throne and ask God, how do you want me to manage this in 24? Most people say, well, I don't have enough to make my ends meet. Most of us do. We just don't know how to manage it. Thank you so much, Miss Rose. Or we may not, because we've mismanaged before. Me has mismanaged before. Or we don't have enough streams. So God, what stream can you give me that's going to help me manage what I need to manage? Because gone are the days of just living at the minimum, the bare minimum. God did not come for you to live at bare minimum. God came to be exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ask, hope, or dare to dream. He came for Ephesians 3:20 and 21. That does not just mean your financials. That means in your mind. The best gift God ever gave me, as much stuff as God has allowed people to put into my hands or send through these doors or this P.O. box or whatever, the best gift God ever gave me was my mind, a right mind. The old folks used to say, I'm staying in my right mind. You hear me? God, show me how, show me what, show me when. Some people don't want to be without their spouses for a very long time. I worked days. My husband, when I was married, worked nights. We didn't see each other because we needed to get done. We had to put groceries on the table. So I would work days. He stayed home with the kids because we couldn't afford childcare for 2 kids. He worked nights. I was home with the kids. That's just how it worked out. It's only for a short amount of time. If you're diligent, if you do your due diligence, what you need to do, I promise you, God will reward. He will. And that's just how I live my life. Again, that's how Shakema does it. You don't have to do it that way if you don't see fit to do it that way. Please don't feel stressed, pressured, or anything. Because as Miss Ollie said, I've learned I don't care what people think. I used to be a people pleaser all the time. I would get people, especially around the holiday time, they would just say, well, you're supposed to give to people. And I'm asking you for stuff and you're not giving to me. First of all, I don't know you. You just know me from social media. We are not friends. You don't comment on any of my, I don't know you. Who are you? You don't get to manage these funds. I get to manage. But know this, if God tells me give, I'm giving. 2 weeks ago, God told me to send somebody a love offering. I sent it. Y'all, this how my God works. Your God probably don't do like this. He don't treat y'all like this, but my God treat me like this. I sent the thing. I sent the little bit of something. And I'm a little bit of something. And God said, that was cute. Now send her twice as much. When your relationship with God and money are not together, you be like, but God, I said, yes, sir, and sent it right on. Because I know God gonna take care of us over here. How he gonna do that? Well, he gonna give me another stream of income. He gonna send me another brand deal that wants to pay me. He's going to have some laid on somebody's kind heart to send me. Shakema, the Lord told me to send you this in the mail. Listen, whatever he want to do, he's gonna cause me to get my bonus and a raise and my back pay. That's what he gonna do. That's how he gonna bless me. Now, I don't believe that. That's okay. He gonna cause turkeys to be 29 cents a pound because they're 29 cents again. And guess what I'm about to get when I go to the grocery store? A turkey. Don't tell them. But why am I getting a turkey? Because there may come a time when my grocery budget God may tell me to give the grocery budget away. I just go pull out the turkey, defrost it, cook it up. I got 27, 30 pounds worth of meat, and we just add a little bit to it. I don't concern myself with the amount of dollars. I concern myself with, did I do what God said? And when I do what God said, he blesses me. Y'all, I haven't had to buy clothes in 5 years. I buy them if I want to, but I don't have to. I have a Nadine West bag in there waiting on me. I got another review of quite a few items waiting on me. I had somebody in my inbox the other day. Can you do a Christmas review for us with some clothing? I'm about to see if I want to do that. Right? So those are all the blessings. But when you are faithful with the little, God will make you Lord and ruler over the much. When he told me to increase my giving, I didn't argue with God. That first couple months I did. I'm not going to lie on this social media platform. I was like, but God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. He's like, okay, either you're going to do it or I'm going to do it. So which one you want? I was like, well, and the first time I did it, I didn't think I could make it. But he allowed the business to do what it did. So I was able to take care of business expenses out of the business account. So now the business is paying for the business, and I'm no longer using my income to pay for the business. Look at God. Sometimes we get frustrated because it's slow. It's okay. If your stream is still moving, praise God, right? Thank you so much. Oh, honey, baby, Shakema is outside. I'm outside from now until outside ain't no more. That's all I'm telling you. I'm feeling some type of way at this latter part of 2023, moving into 24. This is my season. Every season is my season. So it's not like but God spoke to me very specific, and I'm going to do what God said, no matter what anybody thinks, anybody has to say. I'm going to do what God said. So anywho, you guys, that's my wrap up. That's my encouragement of the day. I hope that you are blessed. Listen, do something for you. Do something for other people. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Invite somebody over that you know that does not have anywhere to go. One person is not going to cause your family to miss anything. So y'all gonna be eating leftovers for weeks. Really? Just, go down your list. Look in your contacts. Look on your social media and see who posting. Ain't got no meal today. Or I'm gonna be by myself. This is a hard time for widows and widowers. This is a hard time for families that have lost parents. This is a hard time for people who have lost children. Sometimes people just don't want to be home by themselves. For a couple hours, you can come over and hang, right? Just do that. We love all y'all. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Do come back over the next few weeks. We're going to be doing a few more of these. Don't forget, the end of the year, I always do my word. I'm praying like the Lord give me a word. He ain't gave me one yet, but I know He going to give me one for all y'all. So do all the things that God would do to show forth His love to His people. That's what He wants us to do. I love all y'all. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye now. Bye, y'all. Like the video, share it, do all the things.